And staying aloft, the shuttle astronauts have come into contact with Kiwis on their latest mission in space. A radio link was established between the Discovery and a Christchurch high school this morning as the shuttle hurtled over the South Island at more than 25,000 kilometres an hour.
Liftoff of Space Shuttle Discovery, developing new techniques to monitor our Earth's environment from space.
When the Space Shuttle Discovery launched successfully, it was the culmination of years of planning. Back at a Christchurch high school, there'd been a lot of planning too, setting up a communications link with the shuttle. Contact with astronaut Jerry Lininger was scheduled for 10 to 1, and it went without a hitch.
How do you detect and avoid space junk over?
Well, I just saw a piece of ice coming off our orbiter. We actually track it, and the people down on the ground let us know if we're going to have any problems with it. So far, we haven't seen anything out here unusual. Over.
How do you combat the effects of low gravity on the body, over?
Well, we have a treadmill, we have a rower, and we do our best. So far, we haven't gotten to it because we've been so busy doing our experiments, over. And I'd love to, actually, I'm not over, because I love the way you're all talking. You have great accents down there, over.
The Middleton Grange pupils had just 10 minutes before the shuttle flew out of radio range.
It was a really good contact. We've had worse contacts that were just over the other side of town.
I was really nervous at first, but it was actually quite interesting to speak to them.
We'd planned on 17 questions, and in fact we managed a couple more than that, so it's very pleasant.
Discovery's on several missions. 2 of its crew will walk in space without safety harnesses and equipped only with jetpacks. It's also launching a small satellite for just 2 days to study the sun. If those missions go as smoothly as today's contact, it'll be a highly successful flight. Jeff Hampton, 3 National News.
A photo
with the crew of Space Shuttle Discovery. The link-up proved to be a first for New Zealand, as well as a radio voyage well worth making.
Discovering all there is to know about life aboard Space Shuttle Discovery is the mission of these Middleton Grange students. Joining them with the final frontier is amateur radio. Although this setup may be a world away from the flash communication systems at Cape Canaveral, it doesn't matter. For as Discovery hurtled around the globe at 30,000 kilometres an hour, it became bombarded with very down-to-earth questions.
How do you detect and avoid space junk, over?
Well, I just saw a piece of ice coming off our orbiter. We actually track it, and the people down on the ground let us know if we're going to have any problems with it. So far, we haven't seen anything out here unusual. Over.
For some, the space chatter may have been a bit daunting, but not for those aspiring astronauts asking the questions.
Would 10 or 11-year-old children be able to manage a shuttle trip if they were allowed to go, over?
I think you do find you'd have fun, but I think things are pretty complicated. We got about 2,000 switches and a lot of computers and that, but I'll tell you, if you study hard and work hard, in a few years you could come on stage and operate on the shuttle. Over.
It's interesting to speak to them and how they fly around and all that kind of stuff, and they can fly around the world in 20 minutes.
You've been looking forward to the conversation?
Yep.
How much?
Oh, lots. I couldn't sleep last night.
When we first couldn't sort of tune them at the start, I was thinking, oh no, we're not going to get them, but no, we got them, and it was good. Yeah.
Would you like to do it again?
Yeah, love to.
But in 10 fleeting minutes, the historic conversation was over. A 10-minute call, 18 months in the planning.
It's been a very successful day as far as we're concerned, and I think as far as the astronauts on board Discovery are concerned also.
Overall, the call proved not only can you reach for the stars, you can also talk to them.